Do you like talking on the phone more than texting? The article We Never Talk Anymore, The Problem with Text Messaging by Jeffrey Kluger is an article that displays the popularity of the text message versus the phone call and the effects of the text message on society. This article, written for CNN, discusses how text messaging is taking over the phone call that was once so popular. The text message is taking over the phone call. The number of text messages sent monthly in the United States exploded from 14 billion in 2000 to 188 billion in 2010, according to a Pew Institute survey. And the trend shows no signs of stopping. Not all of that growth has come out of the old-fashioned phoning, but it is clearly taking a bite, particularly among the young people. Americans ages 18 to 29 send and receive an average of nearly 88 text messages per day compared to 17 phone calls. The numbers change as we get older, with the overall frequency of texting declining, but even in the 65 and over age group, daily texting still edges calling 4.7 to 3.8. In the Time Mobility poll, 32% of all respondents said they'd rather communicate by text than phone, even with people they know very well. People have much more busy schedules these days. People don't have time to chit-chat today. According to Kluger, people don't want to find time to call and chit-chat. According to this article, texting is damaging young people. Developmental psychologists studying the impact of texting worry especially about young people, not just because kids are such promiscuous users of the technology, but because their interpersonal skills, such as they are, have not yet fully formed. Psychologist Sherry Turkle, who is one of the leading researchers looking into the effects of texting on interpersonal development. Turkle believes that having a conversation with another person teaches kids to, in effect, have a conversation with themselves, to think and reason and self-reflect. Another reason that this article states texting is becoming so popular is because of all the emotional aspects. Habitual texters may not only cheat their existing relationships, they can also limit their ability to form future ones, since they don't get to practice the art of interpreting nonverbal visual issues. According to Kluger, there's a reason it's so easy to lie to small kids, such as saying I really did truly bring those presents. And that's because they're functionally illiterate when it comes to reading inflection and facial expressions. As with real reading, the ability to comprehend subtly and complexity comes only with time, with a lot of experience, and if you don't adequately acquire those skills, moving out into the real world of people can actually become quite scary. According to Turkle, she talks to kids, and they describe their fear of conversation. An 18-year-old interviewed recently said, "Someday, but certainly not now, I want to learn to have a conversation." The article by Jeffrey Kluger states that the phone call is dying because of the text message. I urge you to try and keep track of how many texts you send as to how many phone calls you make. I would almost guarantee that your results would match the results discussed in this article. It will be interesting to see the effects of the text message on society in the long run.